So the first thing I do is to start with a wet fly, size 10. This is a barbed hook, and this one's a Camazon B175, B175 size 10. And I'm going to start with some light Cahill thread. I just come on, wind in my thread to a point opposite the barb of the hook. Snip that off. Take my thread drops back up to the thorax and stop there. I've then got this lovely stiff cocktailian hackle. And I'm going to take, unlike river flies, I'll take a generous pinch for a lake fly. You can see there. And I'm looking for the length, same length as the body. So coming in, that's why I brought my thread up to there. We'll tie this down. So I know that the tail's got to be the right length. Like so. Now you can, if you wish to flare the tail, I could take a thread wrap up and round. You can do that with your river nymphs. However, with lake stuff, I like to have it straight like so. Then with my scissors, trim off the waist. Just trim off the waist there. I then come in with some really fine silver wire, really fine, and I'll catch that in on my side of the hook shank there. And then I've got it's quite a light blend of squirrel and rabbit mix, quite light. I'm going to create a really tight dubbing rope, really tight because I want a thin body. I'm looking at about 2 inches, 2 inches worth of dubbing rope there. I'll keep the spare on my desk in case I need it, but you can see it's a very tight rope. Come in, winding up the body, and sort of halfway up the hook shank there, well maybe just a little bit more than halfway I've stopped. When I'm tying in ribs or anything, I like to stick in a whip finish. A little whip finish there. Now we've got to come up in opposite turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lock that in on my 6th wrap. And just twizzle him off of there. Again, stick a securing thread wrap in. So this is the special bit. This material here, this 10mm UV perfect egg, you can see the colours there, you can see the little bits of UV as well. I'm going to pull some of the strands of this off the core. I'll show you what I mean. So just at the end here, you can see where the core's away. I'm just going to grab a few of these fibres. So I've literally got some pinched to dub. And I want about 1 inch. Again, I want to try and wrap it as tight as I can, because I'm going to pull this out, so I want it to adhere to the thread. So I've got about 1 inch there. My thread's going to lock it in place. Coming over my thread, locking it in place. Like so. So I've got that tiny little tag there. But I've got enough to create my hot spot. So that's that. That's the majority of the nymph done. Now we've got a darker head section just above the thorax, and for that I use some, I think you can see that there, Mad Rabbit dubbing. This is really quite dark. And then I'm going to pinch another dubbing rope, quite thin, work to the eye. Work to the eye. So quite thin there, work into the eye, and come back through to lock everything in with thread wraps. Now, at the front here, I just want a tiny pinch, you'll see what I mean, and similar to what you would with like a dubbing loop or whatever, but we're not going to do a dubbing loop. I've just got a little pinch of dubbing, that's it, just a little pinch. And I'm going to hold that over the eye, and I'm going to pinch and loop. Pull the fibres back, pinch, loop, pull it back. So I create a sort of fake hackle, if you like. Stroke your fibres back and out of the way. Tidy the head up. So you see I've got a little fake hackle there. And that's key to the fly. A bit similar to a cruncher. You've got that really ever so slight hackle. Now you can finish this with black thread, however, I just find that this another contrast at the head seems to make a really big difference. So I keep it in there. The last thing that I'm going to do, let's get rid of some of my dubbing, is I'm going to come in, and I always do this when I'm working with synthetics or man-mades, is some Velcro. That's my little Velcro stick. Nice slowly. Just come in and pull. Look at that orange now, watch. Pulling those fibres out, what a difference. Look at that. If there's any fibres that you feel are just a bit too long, just come in, snip them off. It's a hot spot at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's not supposed to be overkill. That's him. Now, the only thing we need to do now is a tiny little bit of varnish. Either side. And I think that's him. There we go. An absolutely brilliant fly. Fish just over the reed beds, a couple of these on a floating line, or you can fish them on the washing line with a fab or a booby on the point. Works particularly well on places like Grafham where there's shrimp as well. That little bit orange seems to be a real key trigger and works really well for me. A simple fly, but with materials used in a way that's just a little bit different for the norm. You don't need to tie blobs all the time. It's amazing the patterns you can get by using some of these synthetic materials. I really hope you enjoyed that, folks. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Plenty more fly fishing and fly tying on there. Take care, folks, and bye-bye.